What is up, everybody? That was a disaster, but welcome in to what I'm calling once again a Saturday edition. Wait, Sunday. I don't know what day it is. It's Sunday edition. Yeah, right. Edition of the Black and White Take. Alejandro's not here, so he can't tell me what to do. And I apologize. This isn't because Alejandro. This isn't because whatever. It was just some technical issues. We're working with what we can. We're trying to power through, given the circumstances of what's going on here at the channel today. But we have a game to talk about, obviously, in the performance that was, obviously, with, of course, we're going to talk about Miretti, but, of course, just overall, the entire performance for Juventus pulling out a victory against Venezia, which is kind of a sad statement in itself. With me today, as always, is my guy, Julian Genotti, actually back to the OG squad, if you will. How you doing? How you doing, my man?
I'm pissed. I'm annoyed. Not at Juventus.
Yeah. For the first time.
Yeah. My internet has been out of my house for the past week. I'm at my parents' house right now, and my microphone stinks.
Yeah, basically, it's just everything that could go wrong. You know, what's it? Murphy's Law, I think is what it's called. Anything that could go wrong kind of did starting up the show today, unfortunately. But this is the one time, and I'm not trying to put credit on, I'm not putting blame on Julian, but it's finally the first time that it's not my fault. In the year that we've been doing this, being late was not me. It's the first time that's ever happened. But anyway, it happens. We appreciate everybody that's still tuning in. Davide, I'm sorry if you have to go talk to your wife. I know that's always a difficult situation to have to, actually listen and talk to your wife and have those those conversations. Anyway, so basically, obviously, Juventus win in a game that's way too early. And I can get on enough hot takes when it comes to why the hell the game is at 6:30. I understand it's a noon game for them. Alejandro frauds. Alejandro, it's really Alejandro's fault. He's the reason that we're late. Is what I'm going to say. But anyway, I'm going to let you give me. We'll open it up with just thoughts on the match that was the game that we saw. I'll be transparent. Me personally saw a little bit less than most people because 6:30 a.m. is really early, and there was a concert I went to last night, and your boy had a few too many frosty wheat sodas, if you will. So it was 6:30 is a little bit early. I did catch the majority of the action though there in the second half. Right before I came in, right before Venezia tied it up, and then Bonucci, the birthday boy, doing what he did. So anyway, if you just want to give your opening thoughts on what the match today.
Well, like you said, 6:30 is atrocious. Think about your North American fans. Jeez, I'm kidding.
It's like this is the most. It's the most American thing you've ever said. It's like you need to think about us over here, not about you guys in Italy. Like I don't care. We don't. Anyway, I feel like most people, even if you're in Italy, a noon game's never a good thing. Like when I'm thinking about like a noon football, like when I say American football, I think about American football games here. The worst thing we can have is a noon game because that means tailgate's going to suffer. I think if I'm going to even get a buzz before that game, I got to wake up and start tailgating at 6 a.m., 5 a.m. Really. So we're being serious talking about that. But at the same time, this is kind of what you get, though. If we're going to be honest, we're just opening up talking about the time frame of the game. Venezia being a relegation side team. I think they're at the very bottom of the table now. I was really kind of hoping. 20th. Yeah, I was kind of hoping they wouldn't be because I don't know. There's a soft spot for Venezia. Maybe it's just I like their uniforms are pretty, so I like them for some reason. Though their stadium needs a power washer. Somebody needs to take a power washer to that stadium from what it looked like last time we were there. I know today was not at Venezia, but I was talking about the first round. Anyway, regardless, and then also when Juventus is the Juventus that you've had this season. That's why you get some of these games sometimes. That's why you're going to get a 6 a.m. rather than prioritizing that 2:45 slot where everybody, I say not everybody, but when most of the world, the demographic they're going at can watch it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was the first time we played at 6:30 this year.
Was there one earlier? There was one because I woke up at 6 a.m. and I sat on the couch watching it. Was that last year or this year? Maybe it was last year. Maybe
I recall last year doing it a lot. Maybe a couple times.
You know what? It might have been when I was writing. When we were both writing for the Bianconerizonechannel website. And apologize, guys. I take complete blame for that stopping. It's my fault, but now you have this. It is my fault, but now you have this, and you get to. I think this is a better format for us to really do this daily, and it's a more fun one. Writing's always good too, but yeah, I think you're right. I think I may have gotten up for a 6 a.m. one to write the player ratings for a match. I can't remember, but yeah, thankful for most of the season that we haven't had to do this, and it's been it's just difficult overall. But overall, besides the time, we're talking about time. The actual game, your thoughts from the coach perspective.
It was dull. Like, it was nice that Kevin De Bruyne was on our team now. We got our own new generation, Kevin De Bruyne. I think Alejandro can really appreciate that we have the next Belgian superstar.
The next great, honestly.
I'm sure he really likes that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but let's get serious for a sec. He's 18 years old, and he's the best midfielder on the park. It tells you the state of the Juventus team currently, and it also tells you the youth sector that you should pay attention, Justin.
I know. I know you're saying it tongue in cheek, but it's a point. Like, maybe it takes this. Maybe it takes the fans pushing. Because there's been, we are the propaganda zone. This is what we've been doing. We've been pushing when it comes to Miretti. Maybe I'm not pushing all the other ones, the Fagioli's, the Ravella, all that stuff. I haven't pushed it as much. Nah. But I have put. I haven't been the one to push. It's been you and Alejandro. Let's not kid ourselves. I can never see a guy under 22 and I'd be okay. Not really. I'm joking when I say that, but at the same time, until I see it. I just don't have the time to watch every single U23 or U whatever, any of that. I don't have the time to watch it. But Miretti, the times I've seen him, I have pushed that I like what I see from him. He seems to be the most just talented. When I say talented, just without all the work, without all the development, he's just naturally talented. He seems like it.
Absolutely.
And I think we were kind of, the people that have rallied for him, that have wanted to see Miretti. I know Alejandro's been one of those people who's pushed it a lot. We're kind of, paid back because both of those goals started with his creation. It started with him.
So basically, our set pieces have been ass this year. Like, they've been complete horrendous. They couldn't beat the first man on corners. You're not picking out people in particular. The bend on the ball is not good. It's always curling at near the 18-yard box instead of near the penalty spot. Miretti steps in, boom. You can't beat it. You can't beat it at all. He was great at set pieces. He looked to play forward as soon as possible. Was the quality of the pass always there? No, but the idea is there. He has a brain. He has a brain for the game. That's what you want to see. No, I am definitely some positives there, especially because I know, and we're not asking for a whole systematic change when it comes to the way Juventus utilizes young players. Just give me one or two every couple of years, maybe give me one or two every 5 years or something like that. Something like one guy who will stick around, one guy who can be utilized. I don't know, maybe it should be more, but at the same time, I feel like just the bare minimum. Obviously, just like, sorry, I didn't want to burp on camera. I don't know what it was. It was something came back up. Whatever it was, something came back up, guys. I tried to spare you, but I guess I should have just acted like it didn't happen. Anyway, taking a lot. As much hot air as I put out just by talking nonstop, it's just constantly moving because I never shut up. And I realized at first when we first came on the channel, I thought it's gonna be hard. How am I talking? And then people say that dude, you don't shut up. It's 20 minutes and he's still going. And he's still talking to. I talk to myself on the channel. Anyway. Which is very different if you go back and watch the very first video I did. It's a train wreck compared to that. May still be a train wreck, guys. I don't know. We're doing what we can here. Anyway, it definitely excites me. My question is, okay, so going into this match, what do you think it was that spurned Allegri to use Miretti? Because the reports started coming down yesterday. Miretti's going to play. Miretti's going to start from the go. Yeah. I was shocked that he played 80 minutes. Is that what it was when he finally came out? And I was shocked. He had a good game, but even having a good game, I expected Allegri to just Allegri it up. And when I say Allegri it up, just be like, okay, let's go back with the guy that the guys that I'm more comfortable with, even if they're maybe less talented. Do you think I mean, I'm not saying, me personally, I don't think this is a change in pattern for Allegri. Do you think it's a change in pattern when it comes to utilizing Miretti? Do you think maybe he gets another shot? I also need to realize this was Venezia. It was the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think this is the perfect way to introduce an 18-year-old. Home at Venezia, and there's been a lot of talk about him. Mm-hmm. This is the absolute perfect time to have him start his first game. I think he should play against Genoa as well, because they're garbage as well. I know it's away, but you need 1 point in 3 games.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the reason why you lose, or if you drop points. Just start him again. And if he impresses again, you do not have to buy a third midfielder or whatever. He can be the 6th guy, maybe the 5th guy. So
yeah.
I don't know.
I kind of agree. Well, that's actually, there's so many different ways I want to tackle this, and there's so many ways I want to talk about this, the conversation here. Because there's obviously the utilizing Miretti more, but also, like, I'm looking at the Mercado. Obviously, what we do on the channel right now, and I feel like so many people, if you're on the channel, you probably have moved on from the season into the Mercado season already.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just, I mean, you need 1 point. And, like, you have to imagine, like, I don't even think Allegri can... maybe I shouldn't say it. Like, I don't think he's gonna. Given what we've seen this season, the disappointments happen. But I'm like, it's 1 point.
Yeah.
You're gonna get 1 point, right? Like, I'd imagine.
Not even that. I think Roma's not going to win out.
Yeah. No, I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah. So
overall, you should be comfortable probably now. But I'm just thinking, I'd say something and then everybody blame me because we end up losing the rest of the games, or some other injuries happen, whatever it is. People were saying they hope Miretti starts next game and all that. I just think what I wonder is, so taking it from the way I looked at it, of the Mercado, of the objectives in the Mercado, we talk about, we talked about every aspect, center back. We talk about obviously the big splash midfielder option, and then we talk about getting a replacement for Dybala, be it Di Maria, be a Raspadori, even though Raspadori seems to be not really Dybala, more of a Moise Kean, more of a, even Morata right now, because we don't know what his situation is. Do you think this? How does this affect the Mercado, or does it at all right now? Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it means nothing. Maybe it means absolutely nothing.
At this certain point, it doesn't affect it whatsoever.
Okay.
Because it's been 1 game and it's been 2 other cameos, like 3-minute cameos. If you wrap it up, if Roma doesn't win today, like let's just say Roma doesn't win today and 4th is settled, that guy should play. Miretti should play the last 3 games of the season. Play 80 minutes plus. Like, no questions asked. Not the Coppa Italia final because you're fighting for a trophy, whatever. You can say Allegri maturity. Sure. But if it's wrapped up today, he should play the next 3 games. Sula should play the next 3 games. Ake should play the next 3 games. Bring up Turicchia, the left back who scored some goals. I don't care. Those guys should be playing. You have to see what you have, because you can only improve through osmosis and internally, because we can't spend 70 plus on 3 different players.
Yeah. Well, and that's what part of me was wondering. I was thinking in my mind, obviously the way I worded it was stupid. I didn't mean this 1 game does not change a lot, but I guess let's change it. Let's use this format. Say he does fine. Say Allegri, his eyes are opened. God willing. I doubt it, but we'll see. Yeah. Say his eyes are open. Say you start utilizing these youth players the last 4 matches. There's like 4 more games outside of the
3 league games, because he won't do it. Yeah, he won't do it in the Coppa Italia. Yeah,
that'd be stupid. I know it was Venezia.
It wouldn't be stupid. It just he won't do it.
Yeah, I would say it wouldn't be stupid, because honestly, I know it's Venezia, but I've seen Juventus play the exact same no matter what team they're playing. Like, I've seen them look that. So I don't know, honestly, that I would really weigh this that much differently than if they were playing Inter in the Coppa Italia final when it comes to a midfielder actually doing something, creating something, like actually, doing like he did, setting those setting that up. I guess what I'm trying to get to is say there's a little bit of momentum behind Miretti from the rest of the season. Say maybe he gets some play in these last 3 league games. Say maybe he even gets some minutes. Say there's an injury and he's got to play in the Coppa Italia final, and he looks serviceable. the reason is I want to focus in this part of the aspect, or this aspect of it, which is the youth aspect, which is there's 3 names when it comes to when you're not going out and buying players. 3 names of people that could basically, now that I look at it, could play for Juventus next season: Rovella, Fagioli, Miretti. Yep. Would you throw him in that group to maybe, because we talk about, it seems right now that Juve are pretty focused in on only using one, like only utilizing one player going into the future. When it comes to, but those guys aren't really in the squad right now, so maybe.
Yeah. So my opinion is, let's say Miretti does play these next 3 games and he's fine. He doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, but he also doesn't like impress as much. Whatever.
Yeah.
I think he can be a piece next year in the squad. Yeah. I know people are going to say loan him out, let him play, whatever. I'd rather him be in the same setting as this year. I'd rather him be on the bench, learning again. He's only 19. He's going to be 19 at the start of next year, and use Rovella as a trade chip, or use Fagioli as a trade chip. Get lower a fee for someone else coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely when it comes to this, it's like there was a part of me throughout early the season that was like kind of hyped up Rovella a bit more. Like me, honestly, me and I know there's a lot of people who love Fagioli. I'll be honest, like I think at this point, I'm just I don't want to say I've moved on. And when I mean that is
he's old. He's the oldest of the 3, and he's a Serie B.
Yeah, he's the oldest, and he's also kind of been. I think there's this feeling from the fans that are pushing for him, but then there's also this feeling that I get from Juventus have actually seen him and his growth and seen him play.
Yep.
They watch all of it. Like it's not just me who watches a handful here and there whenever I see highlights.
Yeah.
So that's not whatever. There's this feeling I get from Juventus that's just like, guys, he's just not good enough. Like he's a solid talent, but he's just not. His ceiling's not there. And then Rovella obviously has Serie A experience, but if you can get in one of these big names, or if you can, if it helps with freaking Sassuolo to get Raspadori, I think you do that.
Yep.
Like and then utilize. Like I'd be tempted right now, especially just from what I've seen, the raw talent out of Miretti, to even. And I don't know if this would work if you even sell it as Miretti's the guy alongside. Because I don't know who else you're really going to get, another midfielder that's really going to do it for you. Outside of getting the big name guys, and I know not everybody's, and I know Alejandro will shut me down as soon as I say the names, but, obviously Pogba, Milivojevic, Jorginho, Zaniolo, Big Z, whatever using these names that are bigger names. I don't know. I just wonder. All these other names that have been leaking out, and I have to read them every day on the freaking news and just tell it just doesn't excite me. It doesn't do anything for me. If you're trying to sell that as a fan.
Yeah. So again, I'm okay with the midfield. If Rovella goes, I hope it's not for Raspadori though. Like I hope it's not to lower that fee, because Raspadori is going to be another 2-year loan plus whatever stupid Locatelli deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need that. I don't need Rovella to lower that. That's a fine enough deal.
True.
I need him to lower a Milinkovic-Savic deal, or sell Rovella and use it towards De Jong. Sell Rovella and just for squad composition as well.
Yeah.
Because you can't have 7 center midfielders.
No, yeah, that's true. I think the only reason I even mentioned the Raspadori thing is because I've been looking at their Mercado and the Sassuolo Mercado. I mean, they're rumored to sell their entire team. Like basically, they're all up for sale. You're talking about Frattesi going out. You're talking about Raspadori. You're talking about Scamacca, who I don't know if it's going to Milan or wherever he's going now. But every single one of their players is up for sale, and it's the only reason I'd see Juventus maybe loaning out Fagioli, maybe a loan to buy kind of option, because they need somebody to replace Frattesi or whoever's going out there. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want us to stay too focused on the Mercado because we talk about that every day, every day of the week. But at least we can talk. That's just something that really stuck out to me. It was a little bit hot takey, just thinking about what we're gonna do with Miretti, because I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that buy into this. I'm not saying they're wrong to buy into it either. I liked it.
I think this is one dude you should buy into. Mm-hmm. Out of all the guys that we have, this is the dude. Even I have Sule, to be honest.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I tend to agree. The Sule thing too is Sule still has a lot of development, I feel like, to do, because they talk about bringing Di Maria and having him learn under Di Maria, and I don't know if I buy that he's going to learn under Di Maria. Does that make sense? Because I kind of buy like, how's he going to learn when he's just on the bench the entire time, like practice and training and
you learn stuff from practice, and he comes to the corner and says, "Hey, you should do this next time." But then how are you going to learn if you don't go on the field and do it? So like you said, the BS of he's going to learn under Di Maria, like. Okay, he'll learn some pointers.
Yeah,
but like, how often does that lead to like end product?
Right.
He needs to just go out and do it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Do you think? Do you? Sorry if you said this and I blanked on it. I was micromanaging stuff here while I said. Why do you think? Or is it just because of where we are in the season that he's more likely to use Miretti right now, or do you think it's like because I saw somebody say too that the reason he hasn't used, let me pull it back up, sorry, where was it, Allegri hasn't used guys because they're fighting for top 4, and I'm like, I don't know if I believe that that's true. Somebody said
I think Allegri is a dinosaur in the fact that he rates maturity over pure talent. Yeah So if top 4 is locked up, I don't know, the Roma game's at 2:45, I believe. So if Roma drops points today, those guys should be playing the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because top 4 is locked up. Like, you're not going to catch you can catch Napoli, but who cares?
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it. The few million, the handful. Like, obviously, to you and me, it makes a difference. But to a club, it doesn't make any difference.
But again, going off of that though, if Ake plays and does well, you can sell him for $5 million more. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, heck, Ake played last time. I mean, they didn't even want to give the ball to him. Like, he literally was
exactly. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I agree. We'll see.
Maybe he snaps against Genoa. Maybe he snaps against Fiorentina for whatever reason.
Yeah. Let's see, Haneen, one of our members. We have actually a lot of our members in the chat right now, guys. If you haven't considered, maybe consider joining the member squad. You get a lot of cool benefits of it. You get to join in, hang out with us. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do my advertisement real quick. I know Alejandro would want me to do it. So consider joining the member squad. You get a lot out of it. You can do there's the 3 different versions of it. Obviously, it's every single one. If you, again, I know obviously this is an Italian football channel when it comes to Juventus, but I am saying if you go to Starbucks on a regular basis, because I'm a trash American who sometimes has to go to my trash Starbucks in the morning when I'm tired, all of it is cheaper than 1 cup of coffee there. Well, if you get one of my coffees, which are the girly ones. Anyway, the very first level, you get the loyalty badges, the emojis. You get to join the Discord members chat. You get that with all of them, but then with each level up, you get a better option. With the second level up, you get a monthly wallpaper, and then also with the next level up, you get the wallpaper, and you get a giveaway priority. We do pretty regular giveaways on the channel. We're going to be doing new ones here soon, basically with giveaways of stuff that actually are going to be, we're working on some Bianconeri kind of merch thing in the future. We'll hopefully have that here soon for us on the channel. We'll wear it and stuff like that, but definitely consider joining that. You get a lot of cool access with the members chat. You get to obviously have constant communication with the community. I know with guys like me who live out in Louisville, Kentucky, there's not a lot of Juve fans. So it's cool having other Juve fans to talk with on a regular basis, as well as you get to join us on the lives. You've seen Dash did it most recently. You've seen Davide now thinks that he owns the channel, and he just comes in and does whatever he wants. He starts calling us offensive names and whatever. He's getting a little too comfortable. But anyway, all you guys can join in whenever. Haneen, whoever else. Anyway, with that, Haneen says this doesn't mean much. He's older than Rovella. He's talking about Fagioli, I believe she is. Say he's older than Rovella by a few months, and he's in City B because Juve sucks at developing youngsters, and he wasted a year last season. I mean that's fair. It's also just
Time
such
out.
a okay.
Sorry. Where do you think? Do you think Miretti's going to a Serie B team next year?
No, I think she's talking about
No, I'm just
Fajoli.
saying. I'm
Oh,
trying to compare the where Miretti and Fagioli are at. I don't think Juventus they don't like Fagioli didn't go to Serie B team because they sucked at developing him.
yeah. This is one of those aspects where I kind of sit back a little bit because I don't know enough about the developmental system. About sitting him back. I think
Yeah,
the reason he went to Serie B. Yeah, I don't think it was that. I think it was just Juventus didn't have a place for him. They didn't have.
yeah. I
mean,
think we had 6 or 7 center midfielders on the roster. He was given a chance in the preseason, and he screwed the pooch for Allegri. Remember how he missed the meeting or late to training or whatever?
Yep.
And then they tried to get him out, and Cremonese was the only team that said, "Hey, I will take him."
Mm-hmm.
If he was good enough, maybe a Serie A team would take him.
Actually, that's a very good point. That was one of the things that stuck out to me in the beginning of the season. That was a hot take that I had. It was him and who was with him?
I forget the other guy.
Yeah, it was it Ranocchia? It might have been. Oh no. It was okay, youth players: Fajoli, Ranocchia.
Was it Ake?
No, maybe it was Ake.
Oh,
I don't
Big
know.
E saying Ranocchia.
Yeah, maybe it was Ranocchia. Yeah, those two guys got in trouble because they were late to the very first one, and I remember I got on the channel. This is early in the days when I wasn't super comfortable, but I was like yelling and screaming, just letting what are you doing? This is your chance. We hear fans complaining. We hear fans getting out here regularly cheering for Fajoli, like rioting in the street. Not really, but you know what I'm saying, like pushing this propaganda for Fajoli, and then he goes here and just does this. I mean, to me, it's just a shitty action. Like, show up, you had one job, show up to the freaking preseason matches or whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
We got a few things in the chat here. I want to touch on those, and then we'll continue on with what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Sorry, there's actually quite a bit of conversation going on. Let's see. We don't need.
I'm getting called out for Fagioli hating, but I literally made a coach just corner on him.
You made a coach what?
Sorry, like Jeff Costello's calling me out for being a hater for Fagioli.
Oh yeah.
But I literally made a coach's corner on him.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, and go back and watch that, guys. Those are good videos, and he was pushing that Fagioli propaganda then too.
Yep.
Let's see. Have you been watching Fagioli this season? He's really good. I'd say top 5 players in the city. B. Do you have a personal vendetta against the guy? No, I think it's just. I mean, I've said the same kind of stuff, and it's just kind of and I've also talked to a few other people just about this subject. I don't really talk to a lot of people when it comes to these, but this is the one subject that I have talked to some people way more in the know than I would be, and they are all just telling me they're just the same thing. They're all feeding me the Juve just honestly doesn't think he's good enough, and they just think his ceiling is not high enough, and that's it, and that's why you hear all these other things they're looking at. Holy Fud says, would you write Zaniolo on Allegri's car? Are you saying go spray paint it on this car? Maybe I'll have to. Maybe I'll have to push for Big Z. I'll just write Big Z on it. Let's see. I've seen that video, Julian. It was a good video. Guys. All right. Oh yeah, Hanin. That's I think you're right. I think maybe it was Pellegrini. Yeah, I think because it was both Luca Pellegrini and him that were getting pushed over the summer about utilizing them more often. Again, I like Fagioli. There's kind of this growing Fagioli camp that almost reminds me of the Dybala camp. You know what I'm saying? Where people get so invested in these players, and by all means, have at it, because you maybe you know something more than I do. But when it comes to certain, just like I like Zaniolo. I'm an unabashed fan of his. I want him to be at Juventus. I understand all the issues that go along with it. I understand everybody gets on here and screams and yells at me for being wrong. I'm happy to be wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong all the time, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we don't need Big Z. Quit saying we need Big Z. And I'm just like, you love Big Z. We love Big Z on the channel. This is the Big Z zone. This is Bianconeri zone is Big Z. BZ. That's what it means. It's all about Big Z all the time. But anyway, Let's see. Davide said, "You just made me feel so warm, Justin. How would I not feel comfortable?" Yes, thank you. We'll work on that, Davide. We'll work on making you less comfortable coming at me. I mean, somebody give me. I mean, we're just. I'm not gonna stay on the Fajoli topic, but I just give me a good reason of why Fajoli would be the opposite. To me, it's just. It almost seems cut and dry to me. Like Miretti's my guy. Like I am willing to. Like to me, it was before today. It wasn't just today's match.
Yeah.
It was what I've seen from him. If you're gonna focus on one Juventus-owned youth player to try to develop and to become, not the next Del Piero, but you know what I mean, the next
a staple in the club.
Yeah, if you the next Marquisio kind of player,
Yeah,
it's Miretti. That's the guy I'm gonna bet on. I'm gonna ride with him. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion at this point. It's just one of those things too where I feel like you've had your time, and I understand we can be pissed. I am frustrated too that Allegri will not use these guys more often. That Allegri's willing to let them sit. I mean, just the blatant mismanagement of Ake when he got time. And I don't know. Ake's not a guy. There's a lot of people, and I'm sure that are in the chat plenty of times, that'll ride and die with Ake. I don't know enough about him. I don't watch him enough to really tell you my feelings on him. But he was out there, and it was almost like Allegri said, he's out there. Don't give him the ball. let's avoid that corner of the field because I don't trust him. I don't think he's enough experience. You know what Allegri is? Allegri is every first time job when you get out of college that wants the experience. It's nice that you went and spent all the money and you're in debt with to get the piece of paper. But what we're really looking for is experience. And I'll be like, Allegri's the guy I'm like, oh, so when you got your job, did they make you work for years and years and years before you got? Oh no. Yeah. That was a different time. Yeah. But now I need you to have experience before you get this job, and that's what he is to me. And it's frustrating. I'm sure a lot of people are frustrated. All right, let's see.
Sorry, let's go on because there's a couple of people saying why can't we have all three or whatever. There's contracts, there's squads, there's squad composition. You can max have six central players, and you're not going to have three of them being Rovella, Miretti, and Fagioli. You're just not doing that.
Mm-hmm. You got to put and like right now, Juventus need to put their money into I'm not when I say superstar, but you know what I mean, like a big time kid.
No, you're right though, superstar.
Yeah, like
it has to be.
If to get a Pogba level, to get a Milinkovic-Savic, obviously, Milinkovic-Savic would be number one on the list if you can get him.
Yes,
it's the obvious go get him, and I feel like everybody should be in that boat. Obviously, even me. Go get him over Zaniolo. But here's the thing. If we get down the list and you're telling me, I mean, of course, I'm going to say Big Z, but like, if you're going to say the options are these young players that are, that are just kind of mid-level guys that they have, they're cheaper options, then I'm going to say spend that money for Big Z. That's what I'm going to do. I know people are going to love it, but to me, I think when he's playing at a high level, which I know, he's injured. He has injury issues and all that. It's better than what you're getting from guys that you don't know. Hanine says Milinkovic-Savic, McKinney, Locatelli, Zakaria, and two youngsters. So Hanine or whoever wants to throw that in there. I'd take that in a second. So say Zakaria and then Miretti. And would this be an option?
This is what I mean.
Is this an option where you could utilize one of Fagioli, I guess, or Rovella then? Like, is it one of those two? Or is it going to be somewhere else? Because look at the options. Okay, 1, 2, 3. God, those guys get injured so much. Rabiot's going to stay too. I'm at this point convinced.
I think Rabiot is staying. That's why. How are you going to Rabiot? How are you going to sell? Like, Arthur seems to be gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know how, but by God's grace, he's gone.
Yeah, I saw somebody floating out there. Arthur, like, working him in a deal for Jorginho, and I'm like, I don't think that's... Would Chelsea
I saw
even be
for
interested?
Gabriel Magalhaes from Arsenal, which would be good.
Yeah, true.
I would take that in a heartbeat.
Really?
Absolutely, but... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. Oh, my gosh. Okay, Jockey Bro, another one of our newer members. Actually, I think he's our newest member on here. Says, sell Arthur, Rabiot, Ramsey, McKinney, and get SMS and 3 young Italians. Okay, you can't do that.
You can't have 3 young Italians.
I mean, you just can't do it because, I mean, guys, you've seen Juventus. You have watched Juventus this season. Milinkovic-Savic is going to get injured if he comes to Juventus. There's going to be a point in time, and then we're going to be sitting here with our thumbs up our ass saying, what do we do? What do we do? Now we're back to where we were this season. Honestly, and I was having a talk with a Milan fan today. Well, he's a local guy who lives here. He was supposed to come on the channel, but we had some conflict issues during the first time, and then by the second time, I didn't care. Like, I just was like, I don't care at this point when they played. But we were talking about, midfield and all that, and about, you have Chiesa injured. You got McKinney injured for so much. You've got Locatelli injured now. You got all these players, big-time players injured, and then you had all the turmoil with Ronaldo leaving, and now you got Vlahovic, and Vlahovic is kind of struggling right now. We'll see. Actually, I want to hear your opinion. Let's move. I want to throw it on that real quick. What's your opinion on Vlahovic right now, on his performance lately?
So Allegri made a great point that Vlahovic is trying to do too much when he actually does receive the ball. Because it happens so scarcely that when he does receive the ball, he just wants to go and power his way through and do something. I think every time the ball comes to him, he just needs to be simple, keep it simple, and make the ball flow through him. Mm-hmm. If he keeps trying to be a train wreck and keeps trying to just dribble through three guys, he's going to get even more frustrated. He's got to let the chances come to him, even though they're scarce right now.
Yeah.
You ever hear you probably haven't, but like anyone who's Canadian is like, you're gripping your stick too much in hockey. He's gripping his, whatever the same metaphor is for soccer.
I hear that sometimes, but not during sports.
If you're gripping your stick in some other ways, I can't help.
It's just, you're doing too much. Sometimes you're doing too much. Sometimes you just gotta sit back and let it happen. Anyway, yeah, okay. I've heard I've heard that kind of phrase utilized in sports, and that makes sense. And I wonder. I think also, of course, you have the very first. It set the bar so high. That first week, the first two matches they played, with Zakaria and Vlahovic scored the initial game, and it said like, okay, this is what we're getting. This is it. And then Vlahovic scores again in like the next match or whatever, and then it starts to peter off, and it starts to get to a point where I'm still trying to hold him to a standard though. Like, I understand he is he's doing his part, he's doing his thing, but at the same time, I feel like we purchased him with the not the belief, but that he's like the intent that he'll be like the next Ronaldo kind of player. That he'll not Ronaldo, because I know Ronaldo and Messi it's a different level, but the next big time star athlete. And I didn't know, because a lot of times when I get on here with Alejandro has kind of almost, I don't want to say taken up for him, but kind of been like we have nobody to create for him, and I'm like, sometimes it's your job, because that's why I crushed Ronaldo. Is like, you create that. It's your job. Then you got to do something. You have to be able to do it. That's why you pay. That's why you make the money you make. Also, guys, we have 63 freaking votes saying that you all have liked the video. Let me make sure to see how many got in here. There's 11% nah. So there needs to be more likes in the chat. So if you guys hit the like button, get us to at least 40 something, that'd be nice. We appreciate you guys for tuning in today, as always. Anyway, let's see. I want to see what a couple people are saying, because I know there's some. Vlahovic gets frustrated. Let's see if Miretti can start, then so can Aki. He can't possibly be worse than Bernardeschi out there on the right side today. Did Miretti, or not Miretti? Did Bernardeschi, did he shit himself today? Or was that just Ali using his words?
Did he shit himself?
Did he actually did he actually physically do that? Because I've seen it happen.
I have no idea.
Okay. I think it was just Alejandro being Alejandro and using that phrase. And I think it was just saying he played bad. But then right after that, this is when I missed it. This is the first half that I missed. Right after he tweeted it or whatever, texted it or whatever, I see the Twitter update comes up saying Bernardeschi has an intestinal issue. And I'm like, maybe he did. I was like, maybe he literally did. I don't know. But there was a report that he has an intestinal issue. There's your Bernardeschi talk. And that's enough for today.
How shitty it is.
Right? And I don't know that he did. That's what I took it. I took it very literally. He probably didn't, but, And Holy Fun's asking,
Shit
how do
player shits his pants.
right? I mean, guys, we have like 4 games left at Bernadeschi, and then he's going to whatever club he's going to move on to, unless for some crazy instance in the end, and they work out a deal for like €500,000, and we're good. Holy Fun asks, how do you want to carry this team when you have a dead midfield, zero good passes from midfielders, weak people blame Vlahovic. I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming Vlahovic. I just kind of expected a little bit more at this point. Does that make sense? I expected a little bit more from him. Remember when we came in, I was going crazy a little bit when I said 10 goals by the end of the season. But he was on a trajectory with Fiorentina that looked like he could. Is Fiorentina's midfield that much better than what Juve has on paper? Like
on paper, no. Systematically, yes.
Is that what it is? Like what's okay? As a coach, tell me what exactly it is. Like what is it about?
Free flowing. Midfielders go support the attack free flowingly. They move the ball quick. It's not sideways. It's pretty direct or wide at least, and gets into attacking areas quick. And they're very neat and tidy on the ball.
What was it? Alejandro, I think in the text that said that he could hear Allegri multiple times say "move the ball forward" or whatever.
Yeah.
Which
move the ball forward and actually doing a system. Actually having a system to allow that to happen is 2 different things.
Yeah.
Like Allegri screaming and shouting, move the ball forward. Like, yeah, sure. Now what? What's next? Are there people running off the ball? Are there people running off the support striker? Like, what's going on next?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
fair.
And again, I'm not saying Italiano is a better coach than Allegri. I'm just saying the system that Fiorentina play is more free-flowing than what we play.
My biggest problem is obviously Bonucci scored in the 7th minute today, but
yeah,
I mean every game is just copy paste. It's the same freaking game.
Yeah,
I can't say. I mean, some outcomes are different, just by you know that momentary guy. A man's there, a man's whatever. But like outside of that, it's the same freaking match over and over. Like since October. It's been the same every single game, I feel like. And I haven't seen a difference. And I don't know. I guess it could just be the injuries piling up and all that going into it. But at the same time, like, it's the same stuff that I get on here. I'm also just tired of talking about it at this point. I'm tired of saying the same conversation on the channel of, hey, when Pirlo was here, I didn't crush Pirlo, but I got on Pirlo because I didn't see a plan. And you know what? I still don't see the plan. I know the plan is supposedly a 4-3-3 next season. To be regularly utilized, but do something, do anything,
change it.
Right? Big E says, I did say Vlahovic wasn't going to live up this season. I thought he was going to start off how De Ligt did, started very slow and pick up through the season. I think it's just that injection, that first game though, it got people like me hype. I was like, okay. I was like, maybe,
Sorry.
I thought, yeah.
You said 10 goals would be good.
They said, what did you? I think we had a conversation where we said, what did we expect for him to do the rest of the season? I think I said 10 goals, is what which may have been 7. Over. Is he at 7 with Juve?
The Champions League.
Oh crap! It's okay.
He has 6 Serie A goals and a Champions League goal.
Okay, well, he can still meet the 10 goals. And dang,
and he's got 4 games left.
I think did he have? Okay. Yeah. Did he have how many braces? Did he have 1 or 2 braces?
He had 2 against Empoli, 1 against Chievo, 1 against that team, Bologna, and then he scored against Villarreal. And I forget who else he scored against.
Maybe it's just because they were so like they haven't been spread out enough. Almost like it hasn't been as. Maybe it's just recency. Unbiased. Well, I guess it's still biased. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe I'll chill out on him, but I just I guess I was still expecting a little bit more, which is it's unfair. People say we think Vlahovic is weak. Forgot what kind of midfield we have. I haven't seen anybody. Is anybody in the chat saying that? Because I have not seen the Vlahovic is weak. Am I missing that, or did people just misinterpret what I was saying?
Are they thinking we're saying he's a weak player or a weak physical player against defenders and hold up play? Like what's the issue?
I don't know. I just don't remember saying the word weak. I didn't say that. I just said I expected more. I just expect more. That's it. I just have a higher standard for him because I think he is. I think he, he's gonna be when you get the midfield going, when you get a guy who can unlock that, he's going to be one of those guys. It's I think is similarly to like you said, similarly to how De Ligt started slow when he first came to Juventus. Now look at him, and he's almost always reliable. It's one of those kind of guys, and that's what I hope he can be. Because God willing, we know. I keep saying God willing. I don't know why I keep saying that. Whatever willing, Juventus need a guy who can be that when it comes to scoring. Because right now it's anemic. Heck, our 2 goals were from Manucci today, so I don't know.
I think. Hold on, before we move on, I think the rest of the season's a write off, to be honest, and we have to wait until we have our full entire squad. Seriously though.
No, sorry, I was laughing because all the people thought that I said. Yeah, all the people. Okay, yeah, Lord Berta didn't actually shit himself. Sorry, go ahead with what you're about to say. Sorry, I was
just saying, like, we're basing Vlahovic off of us playing a 4-3-3 without wingers. We're playing a 4-3-3 with Morata and Dybala as wingers. Like, let's see what happens when Chiesa's fit. Let's just plug in Di Maria now. Let's see how we play with those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can't just base it off of a crap midfield and no wingers in a 4-3-3. This is crazy.
It would be such a different. Like I said, if we started the season just healthy, everybody healthy from the beginning, and everybody, the normal kind of injuries you get, I think we're looking at. I mean, there would be no excuse to not be there at the end right now. There'd be no excuse, which is, because right now Juve are still performing the best since the turn of the new year, right? I'm pretty sure it's still.
Yeah, I think they have 1 loss.
Yeah. Del Juve Pietro says Chiesa was terrible this season. Locatelli was not very good. Dybala not great. Vlahovic looks lost. It's almost like it's really difficult to play under a coach who doesn't have offensive ideas. That's fair. I think I will say, because I know some people were taking up for Chiesa and all that, saying he was injured. I'll be honest. A lot of what I saw from Chiesa early on this season was not the same Chiesa I saw last season. And it was...
No, he was garbage until January.
Yeah, it was a little bit worrisome, and then he got injured. It was a little bit worrisome, because I was wondering, I was like, was that a shot in the pan of Chiesa, and he used it all in the, in the Euros, and then we're back to this. But
8 months.
Yeah.
He was actually like a top 10 footballer for 8 months.
Yeah, he was viewed
at January 2021 to August 2021.
Do you remember all the financial numbers that were thrown out there of like how much, Chelsea and places like that were wanting to buy him for, Man United, whatever. And I'm like, and I hope he gets back to that. I hope he does. I think he's still got that working in that engine, that whatever he keeps going. But we need him to do that. We need him to be there on the wing and come back. Locatelli is a little bit slower. Dybala is his own issue. There's a reason Dybala is not getting renewed. Actually, let me go back to just a sec.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say it. No, I had a favorite in it. Okay, one sec. It's at the very top here. I think it was YFG brought up the conversation, and I'm gonna throw it up. He mentioned about, here it is. Dybala. He said, Justin and Julian, like, seriously, we need to speak about Dybala. That man has checked out or Juventus of Juventus completely. He's so bad when he plays. And I'm right there with him. I'm right there. I understand. Maybe is Morata, is he injured right now? Is that what happened? Is he injured, or did he play? Or is he?
He played. He started.
Oh, he did start? Okay. Then never mind. I have no excuse for him then at this point. I completely agree on the takes when it comes to Dybala. To me, at this point, I would not be utilizing him at all, except for at the end. Like right now, we know he's done. I'm repeating myself at this point, but it is frustrating to watch Dybala play. Even when he scored the goal last game, it was just like he got his moment. He had an opening, but he did nothing to really make the team better. And at this point,
he was brutal against Sassuolo.
Yeah, he was terrible.
He scored a goal. Great. Again, it goes back to, remember when Ronaldo scored all those goals and he was still crap? Yeah, he scored the goal. I get it. He still was crap.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been good since 2019, 2020. That's the last season he was good, and he was, a second fiddle to Ronaldo and doing what he did there. Last season he was injured all season. He's been plagued with injuries since then, and when he does play, there's little things, there's flashes that he does stuff, but then some of it just seems lazy. It just seems kind of like right now it's lazy. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to be at Juventus. But you know what? If I'm Allegri at this point, and I'm not trying to make it a negative thing with a hate on Dybala kind of thing. But if that's the effort you're giving me, I'm not giving you even a moment to earn your next check. Like we're just gonna, or maybe leave him out there and just let him continue to look bad. I don't know what it is. But there's rumors floated out there that he could, who knows, take it with a grain of salt, but like Inter, he could take Inter at 7 mil. If I were, if that's true, double birds. Like I don't know what else to say when it comes to that. Like, so you're going to be okay with 7 mil at Inter when this whole time at Juve, you've been playing this nonsense and the whole, I know nobody wants to make this a Dybala show, but there's a lot of frustrating things when it comes to him. Immaturity, whatever have you. I don't know.
Ali and I spoke about this as soon as I think we went on Monday or Tuesday, the live. Right. Remember how he on the Monday we was like, yeah, we're not offering him a contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think Ali and I went almost not our usual show, the next show, whatever.
Yeah.
And I asked him, should we play or should he be playing the rest of the season? And Ali's like, yeah, he's gonna be a professional. He's gonna be good. And I looked at him, I'm like,
He doesn't.
Do you think that? Mm-hmm. Because I don't believe that. Like, my personality is, this team didn't offer me a contract. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep myself fit on my own. Like, I'm gonna use your facilities because you're still paying me money. But I'm gonna keep myself fit. I'm gonna be talking to my agent, seeing what my next move is, and that's it. If I'm asked to play, I will play. But I don't know how I'm gonna play.
I mean, who
because
also,
I'm already checked out. I'm already like, this is not my team anymore.
Yeah, not just that, but like, and I'm not trying to be overly reading into like body language guy, but like, I mean, that's part of what I do as a job is like reading. Like, whenever we do like polygraph testing, it's that, right? It's body language. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, on top of that, but when it comes to like reading his body, I mean, he has the worst body language. Like when he's frustrated, he cannot hide it. He has no poker face at all.
Yeah.
Like when he's out there, he's giving dirty looks to the management. He's doing whatever. He's, looking dejected out there on the pitch. And it's like, I mean, at that point it is like, yeah, I mean, I understand he has the look, he looks young anyway. He's got a baby face. He's got whatever, but he's acting the same way. He's acting like a child. Like this is a career thing. This is a move. Like Juventus, I don't see what they've done anything that's been bad. Like I understand, like Arriva Bene is not going to play around. Arriva Bene is going to be very serious when it comes to making smart financial decisions for Juventus.
And listen,
and the whole time he's just trying to, and I trying to get your bag, but say whatever, you have to get somewhere else.
Dybala rejected a contract. Juventus then in turn didn't want to offer him one.
Yeah. So
stop being a baby, like you said, but he's being a baby. So I don't think he should play in the Coppa Italia.
I wouldn't. I mean, to me, I think you're wasting. I mean, you're wasting a spot. You're wasting any kind of, like I said, he'll score if it comes to him. But like anybody could have scored that goal. I think that goal against Sassuolo.
I think
if you're there.
Well,
okay, then not anybody.
Is Bernardeschi scoring that goal? I don't know, but
Danilo would sky it. I know, and then whoever. Yeah. Okay. You know what I mean?
Anybody with that, anybody like Raspadori scores that, like, yes.
Yeah. Vlahovic or whatever kind of guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
So.
But yeah, I mean,
you're exactly right though. I don't think he should be playing.
Yeah, as a fan, it's just frustrating. Obviously, there's a lot of aspects to it. I was really hoping Dybala would be, we talk about Dybala being the guy, the cornerstone or whatever that he wanted to build this on. Well, we see how that worked out, and we see how that would not have been a good cornerstone. Obviously, now getting a guy like Vlahovic, getting who was it? Was it it was Agnelli who said it. I said in the news where he literally said it's Chiesa, Vlahovic, and De Ligt, and he even threw Locatelli in there at the end in a second quote.
Yeah,
but it's those three.
Yeah,
and to me, it's got to be those three, and it's got to be find that fourth or fifth one if you're including Locatelli in the midfield to be that guy, and then you got a good, base to build off of. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
WV Pietro says, frankly, Vlahovic's struggle is why I'm so pessimistic about next season. No signings will make a difference as long as the team doesn't have any ideas and identity. I don't fully disagree with you. I think Hanino said she agreed with that. There is a part of me that is as much as we want to get to next season, as much as I'm ready for next season to start, well, actually, I'm ready for the Mercado. I'm excited for the Mercado, which could bite me in the ass in the end. It's like I get excited.
Yeah, I think.
But then every time we do our fake Mercados, I'm the one who you think is the most positive, and then I have the one that was like the most realistic and kind of laid it kind of one, where I was like, Jorginho, who I like Jorginho, whatever. But at the same time, is Jorginho going to excite you like a Milinkovic Savic or anything like that? No, right? I mean, I wouldn't imagine. I mean, Ballon d'Or. Anyway, but yeah, I think people who say that and they're right. Like, I think you're very level-headed if you say that. I don't know.
Look at that, honey. Mercato over actual football. Honestly, yeah.
I mean, go ahead. Yeah, sorry, I've been talking.
I think it's because it's okay. I think it's because this season is such a wash that people are looking so forward to the summer and expecting these big things because we spent 80 mil in January and it was unprecedented. I think people are just getting a little too excited.
Yeah. Well, there's a part of me,
and I'm always that guy who says like nothing's gonna happen because why would it?
Mm-hmm. Well,
but,
January is what did it. Going in expecting nothing and getting, Vlahovic and Zakaria was, it was not life changing, but it was, I don't know, awe inspiring. Is it the word? Like, you don't expect it. The channel blew up. We got like 400, we got 400 to 600 subs in like a month, like from that.
Yeah.
Like, so it wouldn't, obviously if you're here, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button if you haven't already. But like, I wouldn't hate to have another one of those moments so we can see a little bit more growth on this channel. It'd be nice. Appreciate everybody that tunes in. We get regular new subscribers, but it's always nice to have a little boost. So yeah, that would be definitely a big one. And then, I get her point though, saying like Mercado actual football. I wondered, since we've created this channel, one of the most frustrating parts of this to me is I constantly go to the Mercado. Like every game, no matter what we're doing, every game is, who are we going to get to replace this? Who's going to make this better? Like any other sport I can think of, like, maybe it's like college level football, basketball, stuff like that. Yeah, we talk recruiting, we talk whatever, but like, I'm not constantly thinking, hey, I'm thinking in my place in the season, being like, okay, how can we get these players better? But I don't think that when it's coming like talking about Juventus, it's constantly, and maybe it's just because the players we have, maybe it's because the Rabios, the Aaron Ramseys of the past, whatever. That I'm constantly like, get these guys the hell out of here. They've had their time to prove it, and they've done nothing with it. Bernadeschi's player like that.
Do you know what the thing is though?
What?
They're so bad, these players, that you need a new crop of players before you can really dissect what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you get new players and they play to what Allegri wants, then I don't think there's going to be issues except for against the big teams.
Yeah. I mean,
so until there's a roster overhaul, we're going to continue to talk about the Mercato.
It's so weird though. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do if we would have launched this channel earlier, or if we have a totally different outcome next season where Juventus are just in it from the beginning and literally either in control or right there in the top in one or two throughout the season. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, it's gonna be such a role reversal from like talking just who we gotta go get to replace this guy. It's like I'll actually have real games to talk about. And I Allegri, if you're watching, the one thing I ask for you is give me something to talk about. Give me something on the pitch to talk about. Don't throw the same shit out there each and every game, because there's nothing to talk about. I can't really talk about how, again, Juventus is anemic on offense, how Juventus can't move the ball, how Juventus will just wait until the 70th minute to make a substitution. It's all the same stuff every game. It'll be fun though, hopefully.
Yeah, let's think about it. If Milinkovic Savic gets put in the midfield and you have a 4-3-3 and you get your wingers, let's say this will never happen because we never have a full 11 roster that's not injured. But let's just say, hypothetically speaking, we have Tech, we have Udogi, let's say, as a left back. Yeah. We have our two Delit and the guy you want beside him. Let's say it's Gabriel Magalhaes from Arsenal. You have your right back, Danilo, Quadrado, whatever. Then you have your midfield of Milinkovic-Savic, Zakaria, Locatelli, and then you have Chiesa, Vlahovic, Di Maria. That's arguably your best 11, going realistic possibility.
Yeah.
They play a game, they lose. Now you can talk about tactics. Now you can talk about in-game stuff. Because that's Allegri's best 11 possible, and how are you going to replace these guys now?
Yeah. I mean, I can't wait to be like, well, it's just me fantasizing about giving sports takes, like actual sports takes, instead of Mercado takes. So that's just, I don't know. It's crazy to be like, yeah, Di Maria should be doing this instead of whatever.
Yeah.
Or like, you make that pass to, it's stupid. It's stupid that I'm saying this, but like, give me this. Give me that. Like, give me something. Uh-oh. Yeah, Alejandro's bringing up some good points. Guys, if you haven't hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to stay notified for all of these videos. If you're new to the channel, let us know. Leave a comment, leave something in the chat. If you're recently new and you're tuning in, I know a lot of times people like to lurk. I used to do that sometimes too. But this is a community, what we're building here. It's for people to have a community of Juventus fans around the world. I know some of you may be in highly populated Juventus areas. I know we even have people like in Turin and stuff like that are right in the heat of it, but they still tune in the channel, which is crazy. Like, not crazy, but it's cool.
Cool.
But at the same time, there's people like me who don't have that, or whatever, or you have less of it, and that's what it is. We're your community. Talk, say whatever you want about it, and no conversation, no topics off. Off. What's the word I'm looking for? Off basis. No, off.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
See, Haneen says last 3 seasons have been so bleep that I don't know why I'm bleeping it out when I just said shit like 7 times. Have been so shit that we just look forward to a better future. Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, she also asked, what do you think about Allegri quote after the game? If we went against Villarreal, we would have struggled for top 4.
That made me laugh. Like, actually, I looked this morning on my phone screen and I chuckled.
I mean, Allegri's one of those coaches. He's one of those coaches that likes to say outlandish things to rile people up, I feel like. Like, I don't think he believes it for 1 second. I mean, maybe in his mind is this team, this club right now, the squad that we have, is so physically, because of injuries, and mentally weak that the pressure of going up, and moving on to the next round in the Champions League would have lost them focus for this, and that we would have lost more games. We dropped more points.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the team you've got, then that team, then throw the whole team out. Like cut the baby in half, whatever term you want to use. Like, get rid of it. Like none of those players need to be out there. If any of the guys, it's Vlahovic, Zakaria, McKennie. I'm not listing off the roster for you guys, but any of those guys, you don't need to be playing for Juventus. You don't need to be on a team like this if that's what you're going to bring to the table. I don't know.
Absolutely. What would be the big deal if we beat Villarreal? Oh, we get a couple more millions and then we play Bayern Munich,
right?
Like 2 more games and then we probably get slapped around, but like whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't. It's fine. I mean, to me, yes, I move on, get slapped around. I just want to taste out of the round of 16, just one time in the last how many years. Like, just give me that. Give me a little bit. Like, there was a moment they were performing so well in Champions League play that part of me fake bought in and like, are they gonna make a run? Like, are they gonna make it not to win it, but like a run? Final 4. Kind of run, and I was like, just something to give fans to be excited about, and I should have known how it was going to end, but it is what it is. Let's see, what time? How long do you have? Because I don't want to overkeep you. We can
whenever you want.
We can on air. We'll go for a little bit longer because I know we got started later. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat. We'll talk about all that as well.
Are you doing your player ratings and all that stuff?
Probably not, just because I only saw like a half a game, and I just think, and honestly, last time I did, we got like 200 views. I mean, if there's anybody who actually really liked the player ratings, let me know, and I'll consider. But I think this is what I really wanted to focus on doing today, was just kind of actually doing a live chatting about it, because it's been a little bit, and I I've done daily videos like every day, but I haven't done a live stream this week. And I feel bad. Alejandro held, well, you had a reason. My reason was work and stuff. But Alejandro's held it down while being sick at the beginning part of the week too. So credit to him, guys. Like I said, if you're here right now, I'm not trying to overdo it and beat you over the head with it. But if you're here, please hit the like button if you haven't already. It really does help. Like I said, it's all the algorithm nonsense and stuff. If you want to see this channel continue to be successful and grow and be able to have a bigger community, people here that you can, like-minded Juventus fans, or not even. I know so many people get on here and don't like it when we have people that aren't Juventus fans in the chat. And I'll be honest, guys. I when I say this, I'm not trying to say I don't want Juve fans, but I want more non-Juve fans on the channel because that's fun. Like, it's fun to have differing viewpoints to argue with and to whatever and to, rib each other with. That's why I hope in the future we can have people, other channels and stuff, maybe join us because that's fun. To me, sometimes having everybody in the same pit of despair or just everybody's all great all the time, is that entertaining? Is it as entertaining as me getting riled up by yelling at some, a-hole Milan fan?
Interman 69.
Yeah, Interman 69, exactly. Yeah, sometimes it can be fun. So it's an open place for everybody, but I get why some people, it's their safe space of Juve stuff, right? Yeah. So I get it. My point is I don't mind battling for you people. Del Juve Piano says every top club in the world has 4 attacking wingers in their 11. We barely even have 1. Is that true? They have 4? Yeah.
Top club? Like, if you look at Liverpool, they got Jota, Luis Diaz, Mane, Salah. So that's 4 world-class attackers. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Man City's got a bunch. Sterling, Silva, Foden, Mahrez.
Mm-hmm. But specific wingers, or is it just attackers? Okay.
Attacking wingers.
Oh,
which should be just a winger in general because defensive wingers don't exist.
Right. Well, they tried to sell that with Bernardeschi. I remember that last year.
Yeah.
They tried to sell that, and I was like, I don't know what. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see. Piano. That makes sense. Libya is a great community for City. Is that where you are, Anas?
Cool.
Anas, right? Yeah, I want to make sure I say it right. The only reason I knew how to say it is Yuval had a player named Anas Mahmoud, and everybody, you're in Kentucky. People say, "Oh, that's they say worse things because they don't know how to pronounce stuff." So try to pronounce it, or they'd be like, Anas instead of Anas or something like that. I think. Let me know I'm saying it right. I just want to make sure I say your name right. I say barely anything right on this channel, but just let me know. I want to make sure I get that right. Hasta says, if we win versus Villarreal, we would bag millions. Pride, what? I mean, the millions is fine. I think some of that's overblown. I think, again, if you're on this channel, you should know my approach now. What's up, Homo Juve? Appreciate you joining in. My approach for now on, I'm not gonna buy in ever again to Juve can't afford something. I'm never gonna believe that. Messi, players like Mbappe, stuff like that, fine.
Yeah.
But whenever we say, Juve don't have the money, maybe Juve doesn't, but Elkin does, and Exor does, and if Exor and Elkin want to, and they're committed, like they said, a few weeks ago. He committed to the success of Juventus, and he said Exor will do what it takes for them to succeed. I'm not saying that they have oil money. I'm not saying it's like that. I'm not saying they're throwing it around like that, but I'm saying they'll do what it takes for Juve to get the players that they need. So, right now, I'm not taking any midfielder off. We talked about the money. I think Alejandro changed my title of one of my videos to too much money for just dry it out over here. Really dry. He changed one of my titles to just too much money for SMS. And the thing is, fine. I mean, you get people to watch it, but at the same time, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that he's too much money. Juve maybe don't want
Milinkovic-Savic.
Yeah, you don't want to get into a bidding war with Man United and PSG. I agree with that because you're not going to win that one. But if he wants,
you do and drive his price up, and they buy him, and then you can just get someone else. And make them mess up.
Well, and that's fair too. Yeah, that's fair as well. But I just think he's that good of a player. But if you want a player like that, I think Juve should be in it no matter what. I'm trying to think exactly who else. I mean, yeah, obviously with those you have other options, so it's not like you need to overspend to buy a player in that circumstance because you can go after potentially Jorginho, yada 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 yada, Pogba, whatever. Pogba, you're still going to be spending a pretty penny though. Andrew says we arguably could have beaten Bayern. They are horrible versus a low block. I mean, I still think Juve would have gotten in there. So I don't think they would go on the run that Villarreal has. I think it's something that they've got going on. But I mean, I could be wrong. Whatever. I mean, they lost. It's over. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, or shoulda, coulda, woulda. Anyway, Permesta says, bring Conte back in our identity. We'll be back. He forwards the streak. Permesta, we've already talked about this on the channel. There was a point in time early, I think a few months ago. You look like the guy who was giving me, like you're either anonymous right now, or you're the guy that's like going to give me like a job to do, but you don't want me to like see your face or hear you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It looks like you're about to you're about to say something scrupulous. Anyway, or non whatever. Anyway, there was a talk that Conte, I definitely believe that there is a part of like, Conte, I'm flipping on him a little bit, where as much as I want to crush him, as much as I want to say all these whatever negative things about Conte, I mean, he's earned his respect right now with what I see that he did when he set up for Juventus. The success that they had is really thanks to what he built there, and Inter even right now. You see that it looks like Milan will probably end up winning the Scudetto, hopefully, but you never know how that could fall. You never know with them. But at the same time, Inter were right there in it, and they look good even switching over. So like, gotta give him credit for what he built.
Yeah.
No included wingbacks. Hello. Yeah, you're saying it right. Oh, thanks, Honest. Haneen said both are wrong. What? He said I said it right. Or were you talking about something else? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know. And then Andrew says Inter robbery again today, while Vlahovic gets fouled in the box 1-2 times a game, and we never get 8 pens. There is a frustrating part of that. That is something that I've gone through and yelled and screamed about plenty after that Inter match about some of the calls. Like, and I'm not trying to be referee guy, but Juve do not get the same calls that teams like Inter and Milan get, and I don't get it. I don't know if it's just because there's such a and I don't. It's such a baby crying kind of thing for me to say, but it does sound like it is weird that Juve is Juventus, which should be the equal to, the Patriots, that kind of team. It's the same thing of Serie A, yet they don't get the same kind of. I'm not saying we should get a whistle or call that's favorable, but it should be more than not. Does that make sense? You shouldn't get blatant.
Contrary to what you're saying, though, we apparently should be 5 points worse than what we are, according to that one table that I showed you. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. That was crap. That was absolute crap. That pissed me off. That guy can go after himself. I don't know who made that, but yeah. Whatever. Anyway, I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here? I'm going to let you get out and about your day. I think my kid's about to wake up. But we just want to talk about this. Obviously, the rest of the season, what does it look like for now? I know I just said
Genoa.
Yeah, you got it? Okay.
It's Genoa on Saturday or Sunday, and then Wednesday,
Friday.
the 11th, is Coppa Italia. Oh, we play Friday?
Yeah, it's Friday. It's a Friday game. 3 p.m. Friday.
Great.
So it won't be a debate show on Friday.
Nope.
Yeah.
Coppa Italia the 11th, and then the last two games.
Yeah, you got Lazio the 16th on a Monday. Yeah, we got a lot of weird games. Friday, Wednesday, Monday. So no weekend games for the next three. Well, obviously, and then finish it out with Fiorentina on Sunday the 22nd. So obviously, just got to get
Sunday
1 point.
Sunday the 22nd.
Yeah, Sunday the 22nd will be the last game of the season. So let's just get this thing. Let's just get this thing over with. Oh, real quick, this is gonna lose everybody who's watching it. Sorry, guys. I mean, maybe there'll be some people who care.
I have tickets on Friday night.
Okay. I got tickets on Thursday. My friends.
How do you get them before me?
What do you mean? How do I get them before you?
It comes out in Canada on Friday.
See, in America, in America, everything has a third. Everything like okay. I used to work at a movie theater, and
Okay.
this is not how I get them. But like in high school, I worked at a movie theater in Shelbyville, where I lived, which is right outside of Louisville, and we'd always get movies like on Wednesday night, watch it, and then they do the midnight showing, whatever kind of thing. So now in America, I don't know if they don't do it in Canada, but in America. Now a midnight showing is now Thursday at like 3 p.m. They start doing it. Instead of showing it at midnight on like basically Friday, Thursday, they used to do it where they moved it to like 10 o'clock. Now you can get them as early as 3 or 4 on Thursday, the day before it comes out.
And that's when you're going?
No, I'm going at 10:20 at night because I got work, and then also my kid and my wife have to go to sleep, and then I can sneak out of the house and go watch it with my brother.
Are you going by
and
yourself?
friends. No, I got my twin brother, and then some other friends are going to go watch it, so we're going to go do that. But yeah, we got that, and then also real quick thoughts on Moon Knight. Yes, Multiverse of Madness. You like it? Okay.
I need Wednesday to come quick because there's a lot of loose ends that need to be tied up. But it's been pretty good.
Haneen, we're talking about this is probably another thing that you hate, Haneen, knowing you're in my relationship on the channel. But it's Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange is this is coming up next week. I'm pretty excited about it, as well as We're up to 30 again. We're talking about Multiverse of Madness, and we're back to we were down to like 16, and I was about to end it. Now we got more people watching it. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited about it. I don't know if you heard, but I was going to tell you, and I'm not going to spoil stuff for people or whatever. But like, supposedly a lot of stuff that was supposed to be in Multiverse of Madness was cut out because he is he's pissed, or Feige's pissed of all the leaks. So he literally went back.
I don't doubt it.
And removed stuff because he wanted to, I guess he's part of it was trying to find out who's doing it, but then also, yeah, being just pissed about all of it. That it also gives us less exciting stuff, which is kind of crap.
I believe it.
I'll talk to you later about it on a different, or check. But Moon Knight,
I don't want to say it.
My brother didn't like the last Moon Knight. I thought it was good. I liked it. I liked the actual.
It's the origin story.
Yeah, the origin stuff, but the actual like serious mental health stuff, like how they went into it, like he is whatever. Still hoping Jake Lockley shows up, which is I feel like he has to, right?
Sorry, who?
Jake Lockley, his third.
Oh, he should be. Yeah.
I mean, they teased it with the sarcophagus thing in the last, the one before one. But anyway, all that stuff, I liked it. It's just there's a lot of people that are pissed because these Marvel series have not had nearly as much action as you'd expect. But I'm like, guys, the thing is it's you watch it like a movie. Watch it as one whole thing. And then it's about the same amount of action as you get in a movie. And then it makes sense.
Yeah, it's just a really long movie.
Yeah. It's just been they've been hit and miss with some of these Marvel ones. Obviously Loki was amazing. I think this one's good. I really like this. I like how it's different. Last couple things people threw in there. Let's see. Big E said Moon Knight is very good so far. Yeah, I liked it. Well, we got one episode left, so I guess I could switch it. I mean, it could switch it for you. I mean, of course, WandaVision did it with me. I love WandaVision to the last episode, and then I hated it because I thought WandaVision had so many cool things, and then they bonered us, and then like after the boner,
you got mad at that.
Dude, the boner pissed me off so much. I mean, I'm an X-Men guy. Like X-Men's my stuff, and I like that guy as Quicksilver. I liked him. I thought he was good. The other X-Men movies, not so good. But he was a good aspect of it. He was fun. Yeah. And I thought, they'll bring him in. The other guy's dead. The other guy's going to go play Kraven now and stuff like that. But anyway, I wanted that. As well as that pissed me off. Well, they hinted at so many things. And I was like, multiverse stuff. That's how they're going to open it. Hopefully they bring him back or something. Hopefully they work it out. And then... Well, what they did is instead of being something cool like all the Mephisto stuff and all that people talked about, they just made it every generic Marvel movie, which is, hey, she's gonna fight somebody who's the same person as her, and that's basically it. And it was like, it's Iron Man versus the same dude. It's always the same thing. Like, I'm gonna fight the guy who's just like me, and it's just like, that's boring.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I get the Harkness is sweet. They're setting her up. They're setting up Scarlet Witch to like do damage.
Yeah, I mean, which is cool. If they do all the House of M stuff and all that, that'll be awesome. But like, I get the Harkness in general. I don't think she was like that much. Like I've seen her in X-Men stuff, and she's just some old lady who's just chilling, kind of thing. But whatever, you know. Okay, all right. A couple people saying, Hosta saying May the 4th be with you in 3 days. Yeah, actually it'll be the day after that I see it. But yeah, I'm a Star Wars fan. Not the last ones. The last ones suck. But the original 3 and the prequel stuff, I'm all about it. I'll talk about that. I don't have anybody else that likes Star Wars on here, so we'll talk about that. Let's see. Back to on Juventus stuff. Johan said, good point in the wingers and wingbacks. We have none. I watched Liverpool wings, forwards, and wingbacks, and just wished I had Andy Robertson. just wish
you really like Andy Robertson?
No, I think his joke is, I just wish I had at least Andy Robertson. At least that. Okay. I think that's the joke. Yeah. But yeah. Biggie says I wouldn't blame Feige. Yeah, I think he is doing that. Yeah, Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man got leaked, but Spider-Man they also removed stuff from that too.
Yep.
There,
Venom was supposed to be in it a lot.
Yep, that pissed me off. I mean, I guess he probably saw Morbius and was like, nope. Yeah, we're good. We're not doing all that. We're not doing all that nonsense. We can't even have Andy Robertson. No wingbacks. Come on. Husta says ciao and bye everyone. And then Haneen says, why do you think that actually I like Marvel? Doctor Strange is my favorite. Oh, okay. Usually Haneen's always hating on me and anything that I like or something. So I just feel like usually Big Z. So I decided, but yeah, I don't mind throwing a little bit of this in there, just talking about it while we wrap it up. All right, and then Johan says, here's the thing about SMS Pogba. I love Pogba. Your dog's killing me. I love that. No, keep doing it. It's hilarious. But we haven't had a good wingback in so long. It's embarrassing. It's been the entire 60 and Andy Robertson or Reece James.
Oh no.
I don't know about that. See, I thought you were just joking more. I hope you're joking more. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say if it's Udogie and a primo center midfielder, we're good.
Yeah, I agree. Anna said, "A twin brother, is he bald?" Also, yeah, yeah, it's what happens. Too much testosterone, and he could grow a beard before me though, so his is probably better. But he bald. Actually, he went bald after me. Mine was self-inflicted. I used a lot of hair gel as a kid. And yes, I'm glad you have wonderful hair. You got I am one of the few. We've talked about this here locally because there's a couple guys that are Italian. I am one of the few Italians that got the Allegri genes. I got the Allegri hair genes, and it started. I was 17, and I was playing poker with my friends, and we were playing poker, and all I heard was somebody go, "That's not a receding hairline. That's a receding hairline," pointed at me, and my life changed forever. And then I started slowly started buzzing it down, and now I just shave it. Actually, I need to shave again, starting to get a little bit of the sprouts going on. And then finally, Anna says, I watched Star Wars. Remember when you talked about Boba Fett and that 3 hour oh yeah, we did go for like 3 hours that day. And yeah, Boba Fett, Boba Fett crushed my dreams. They literally took a dump on Boba Fett, and it pissed me off.
Yeah, you said it was bad.
Dude, he's Boba Fett. He's supposed to be badass. Instead, they said they want to make him rule with honor or something. And then I'm like, no, you're supposed to be the guy that just goes and murders people. Like, don't Disneyfy it. Don't change it for me and act like he's a good guy. Guys, could we get just 3 likes? If you're in here and you have 3 likes, just hit the 3 likes for us. We'd appreciate that. Get us to 50. But we're going to get out of here. Final thoughts, Julian. Yeah. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here? We're going to have more stuff throughout the week. Hopefully, Julian will have some internet back at his house.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
But just easy win. Like, they didn't make it easy, but at the end of the day, they won. 1 more point solidifies a really crap season, and we have to look onward to the Coppa Italia and the Mercato.
Yeah. All right, guys.
And go Miretti.
Yes, go Miretti. Yeah. My final thoughts too, just kind of like, I hope with the rest of the season that we just see more Miretti. I know a lot of guys want to see a lot of young guys. I don't need all that. All I need is Miretti. Just give me more Miretti.
Yep.
Give him more time. See how he does. Hopefully, maybe he can instill himself in the role for next season. Obviously, there's something with Sule there with he and Allegri and what they talked about, but we'll see. We'll find out later. Thank you each and every one of you for tuning in. As always, we always appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell icon. Like I said, go find your grandma, smack her up, take her phone, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm sure grandma will want to watch some of this. It's your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Grandma may fall under the old lady there for you guys. We'll see you guys next time. We're going to get out of here, but we'll have more stuff throughout the week. Forza Juve. Forza. Bianconeri.